Good evening and welcome to FSTS graduation. This year we've graduated well over 200 frontline supervisors, and this evening we celebrate the graduation of 18 more supervisors, and I couldn't be more proud of the future leaders of UPS. Each of you brings something unique to the role that you're in. I hope this class has shed some light on some of the things you need to do to become even more effective at your already tough but most important position out there on the front line. You guys now face the difficult part though, right? You have to take what you've learned in the last 2 weeks and actually take it back to your operation and incorporate what we've taught you guys. Don't let the investment of the last 2 weeks go to waste. Remember what you've learned in the class and actually apply it to your work area. It's comparable to working out in the gym, right? You're gonna go to the gym the first time that you wanna work out, and you look in the mirror and you're not gonna notice the difference at all. And the next day, you're gonna go to the gym and you're gonna work out and you're not gonna notice any difference at all. And probably in the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you might not notice any difference at all. You might be able to see something on the scale, right? And you might actually hear something from your coworker saying, man, you rock tonight, right? But you're not gonna really notice that big difference until you look 3 and 4 months down the line and you notice this huge difference. Please remember that while you guys are out in the operation, that Michael and I will always be here to support you guys. If you need anything at all, please don't hesitate to reach for us and we'll help you in the best we possibly can. You also have your current management team that obviously supported you by sending you to this class. So just don't stop working out. Stick with it day after day, week after week, month after month, and you'll notice a big difference. But let's talk about and refresh you with what you've learned over the last 2 weeks. Remember the difference between leading and managing, and how one's an appointed title and the other's looked upon as a great role model. You manage tasks, but you lead employees, and we want you guys to be both. We need you guys to be both. Remember the importance of leading all your employees, not just 80%, because inclusion can create a teamwork that's 50% more productive and unstoppable. Remember the importance of being fair and consistent and not lenient on your employees. Accountability works if it's administered correctly. It's not designated a change of behavior and not to terminate employees. Remember to engage with your employees. You need to build that special bond with each and every one of them. Your employees won't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Remember the importance of attitude, and remember that the things we covered here in class aren't just UPS lessons, but they're life lessons as well. No matter where you are in life, if you need to, start singing in the mud, show the hope for somebody else, and don't ever, ever ring that bell. The class wouldn't be the same without the World Port Management team dedicating their time and effort to giving presentations to the class. As always, I'd like to thank them for the flexibility throughout the classes over the years, and I'd like to thank them for their dedication moving forward. I'd like to extend a special thanks to Jeff Semenick, to Jason Foote, and to Norman Seawright, who always wraps up the class with an overview of things that we have covered in the class. Norman reinforces the difference between leading and managing. He stresses the importance of teamwork and planning, brings home the importance of relationships building by bonding with each and one of you guys in just the short 2 hours that he's here. He tells you to continue to build upon your own brand, to stay in school, to educate yourself, and continue to sharpen your sword. Thank you again, Norm, for all that you do. Now I'd like to turn the podium over to Michael, who continues to do an excellent job facilitating and adding additional talking points with his own unique perspective and experiences while working in numerous areas here at UPS. Michael.
Good evening. Thank you, James. As always, it's my pleasure. I'd like to start off with a legacy, right? And it's a legacy that's on your guys' certificate. Within each of us, there's a mysterious innate force that drives us onward. It wants us to do better and to be better. If you'll but heed the voice, nothing on earth can stop your progress. Just because Corey was recognized as most observant doesn't mean that I haven't been watching, right? And I can tell you that I've seen this force, be it conscious, goodwill, competitive drive, whatever you want to call it. I've seen it in each and every single one of you all in this class. So now I challenge you to take this force, in addition to what we've learned in class, and actually apply it to your work areas for the success of not just yourself, but the success of those that work with you. You guys have the power, not just as supervisors, but as leaders, to change people's lives. And I can tell you guys are a strong class. So after getting to know you all, even on the first day, I've learned about the obstacles and the tragedies in your lives, and to experience such things at a young age is, man, I just want to hug you all, right? But you come in here every single day, and you have such a good attitude with smiles on your face, and you want to learn, and you want to do better and be better. And I applaud you for that. It's absolutely inspirational. So now I challenge you guys also to take this back to your areas to create this positive environment, right? Because as you know, some of your employees, you guys see your employees more than they do their families. You have such an impact, and we don't know what's going on in our employees' lives, right? So why make work any more negative connotation than it needs to be, right? So create an awesome positive environment, one that will foster motivation and inspiration to help others get to where you are today. So that being said, the last thing that I like to touch on is the support system that you guys have here at UPS Worldport. I can tell you that you have awesome management teams that have sent you all to this class to better your development. You've got the peers in your work areas. You got those that follow you. You've got the people sitting in the seats beside you. They will all be here for you to see you succeed. And if you ever feel alone in your careers here at UPS, you will always have James or myself. So that being said, I know that the future of UPS is in good hands. It is Founders Day. You guys are the future founders of UPS. So congratulations to you all, and we'll begin graduation. First we have Abbey. Abbey scored a perfect test score and was voted FSTS Most Improved. Congratulations, Abbey.
Hi, my name's Abbey Hackney and I run the South Core shift. One of the many things that I've learned in FSTS is accountability. I plan to take accountability back to my area by always taking accountability for not only all of the good decisions that I'll make, but also all of the bad ones that I will inevitably make. I plan to take accountability for my actions rather than pinning the blame on other people. Thank you.
Next we have Jenna. Jenna scored a perfect test score. Congratulations, Jenna.
Thank you, Michael. Hello, my name is Jenna McCauley and I'm a supervisor in the grade lane shift. Out of the many things we learned at FSTS, I plan on taking communication back to my area because overall, communication creates better people. Better people, you have better relationships and overall better outcome at UPS. Whether that be on the 2-day side or 1-day side, it all makes us better. Thank you.
Next we have Devin. Devin scored a perfect test score and was part of the FSTS competition winning team. Congratulations, Devin.
Thanks, Mike. Hello, my name is Devin Jenkins. I work at Wing C Ramp, and like Jenna, out of the many things that I learned at FSTS, the main one that I want to take away is responsible communication. So, on a nightly basis, the way that I primarily communicate with the people on my crew is by text message. Sometimes I don't even get to see them, but for maybe an hour, hour and a half at night. So out of the time that I do get to have face-to-face conversations with them, I want to make the most of it and have proper body language, proper speech, and I just want them to know that I understand them, and I want them to understand me. Thank you.
Next we have Devere. Devere scored a perfect test score, was on the winning competition team, and was our Knowledge Bee winner. Congratulations, Devere.
Thank you, Michael. Hi, my name is Devere. I work in Wing Echo Restricteds. One of the many things that I've learned at FSTS is what it takes to be a good leader. You have to build relationships with your employees. That way, no matter how big or small an issue they may have is, they can come to you and they know that they can. You also have to train and develop them properly, and I feel like if you do these things, your people will want to work for you and they will continue to stay here at the company. I plan to take these things back to my area and work on them every single day. Thank you.
Next we have Jazz. Jazz scored a perfect test score. Congratulations.
Hello, my name is Matos. I work out on the 911 ramp. One of the many things I learned at FSTS is the opportunity the company has to offer, not only for us, but also for our employees. If we encourage, motivate, and just stop for a second to tell them, hey, you're doing an amazing job, it can make a difference. It can make someone's day, help our people develop, and in the process we'll learn new things. Have an open mind to new ideas. Before I came to this class, I asked myself, why did I ever become a SUE? If I stay as a union, I could make more money and have less responsibility. this class reminded me that it's not about the money, it's about the difference we make every day. I mean, it's about the difference we make every night. We all have what we all do here matters to someone out there. This is our time to shine, grow, and become our better self. Thank you.
Next we have Austin. Austin was part of the FSTS competition winning team. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Austin Jones. I work at the WEF Freight facility. One of the most important things I learned from FSTS is professionalism. Whenever I first was a supervisor, I didn't think it was really that important to dress business professional. This class has showed me a lot that it is important how you look, your people pay attention to what you dress in, and how serious you take your job. So the more serious you take your job and the more professional you are, the more serious your people are going to take you and the more you're going to get done. So it's definitely very important on how you present yourself. Another big thing that the manager talked about was My Talent Learning Center. Apparently they look at that, and they look at it very extensively. So it is a very good idea to keep up your persona, your business persona. Because whenever you're a full-timer, they're going to bring it up on a board, and they're all going to discuss how serious does this person take their job. Do they look at their My Talent Center? Do they keep up with their goals? What are the aspirations? Do they want to be a division manager, or do they just want to be a part-time supervisor? That stuff is very important, and you need to make sure that you're keeping track of it and taking your job serious. Thank you.
Next we have James. James scored a perfect test score. Congratulations, James.
Thank you, Michael. I think the one thing that I've learned for all of us is how upper management views us as the most influential part of this whole operation. Not only do we influence our people, in safety and getting them to work together and being as a team. The only way that happens if one word comes into fruition, and that is communication. I think I have a communications background. I think I learned that even though I have a communications background, I still have a lot to learn at communicating. I think we all need to learn to communicate better, and I think that's something that we all have to strive for is how can I communicate better? Because the better you communicate something, the better relationships get better, the better they understand safety, the better training they can get. So I think that if we focus together, we learn all this, it helped us all get better at communication. Thank you.
Next we have Jason. Jason scored a perfect test score and was voted most improved. Congratulations, Jason.
Thank you, Michael. Good evening, everybody. My name is Jason Gilby. I work as a posse soup and wing echo. Of the many things I've learned at FSTS, something that stuck with me was the importance of accountability and how it will go a long way with my employees every single night. Not only with my employees, but holding myself accountable as well. It will continue to help me develop and help me develop the people around me. Something else I find that was very important is responsible and effective communication. So communicating with your employees every night is going to go a long way. It's really going to make a difference. Thank you.
Next we have Hailey. Hailey scored a perfect test score. Congratulations.
Thank you, Michael. Hello, my name is Hailey Richard. I work in the Pinks and Grays in Grade Lane. One of the many things that I learned in FSTS was the importance of building relationships. You get a chance to build trust and gain the respect from your people and your coworkers. I will continue to try to get to know all of my employees and make them feel included and genuinely cared for. We are the face of UPS, and we are the person that they are gonna go to whenever they need it. We should continue to help build each other up and help each other succeed in any possible way. Thank you.
Next we have Destiny. Destiny scored a perfect test score and was part of the FSTS competition winning team. Congratulations.
Thank you, Michael. Hello, everybody. My name is Destiny Hemmer. I work in the Next Day Air North Core C. One of the many things I learned in FSTS would be about the 5 levels of leadership and how important it is to build relationships with your employees so that way they trust you and are able to come to you about their problems. Thank you.
Jackson had a perfect test score and was the Jim Casey Legacy winner. Congratulations.
Good evening. My name is Jackson Rainwater. I work in 1-day Wing A Inbound. Of the many things I've learned in FSTS, like the last two, is the importance of building relationships. Each of our areas is a little home, a little business. And 4 key points that I'm going to take back to my area to make sure that it runs as such is holding everyone to the same standard. We hold everyone to the same standard so no one can have the excuse of not knowing what the standard is. That way, each employee can't have the argument of, why isn't this employee doing it the same way? The next thing is being transparent. I know when I was union, I wanted my supervisor to be as transparent with me as possible. I wanted them to come up to me and tell me straight up what was going to happen. That way I knew what to expect. Keeping commitments. When I make commitments to my people, especially in my area, when I tell them I'm going to get back to them, I get back to them within the hour. If I don't know the answer, I will seek the answer and give it to them as soon as I can. Active listening. So my employees know that I care, because I really do. That way, when they come into work, they know they're working for someone that really cares about them. Thank you.
Kristina had a perfect test score. Congratulations.
Thank you, James. My name is Kristina Coogle, and I am a supervisor out on the Wing Delta ramp. One of the many things that I learned in this class is like everyone else, building relationships, not only in my area, but also with all of you all. I may not fully understand what you guys do on a night-to-night basis, but now I have that resource of you all, and if I ever needed anything in your all's area, I could possibly reach out to any of you all, and you all could help me. Also, the BRG. I didn't know that was a thing before coming to this class, and that's something that I can take back to my area and tell my people about. So, thank you all.
Taylen, congratulations.
Thank you, James. Good evening. And one of the things I've learned here in FSTS in the past few weeks, the many things that I've learned, is about the 5 levels of leadership and how important it is for us to build a good quality relationship with our people. So I plan on becoming a better leader by going back and building better relationships with my people. Thank you.
Evan had a perfect test score. Congratulations, Evan.
Hey, my name's Devin Mullins, and I work in the Worldport Freight Facility as an outbound truck supervisor. Of the many things I've learned at FSTS, I found the importance of building relationships and communicating with your employees. It not only improves your operation, but the lives of your employees. Thank you.
Marcus had a perfect test score and was voted best dressed. Congratulations, Marcus.
Hello, my name is Marcus Poyntz, and I've been a frontline supervisor with UPS for 1 year. One of the many things that I've learned in FSTS is inclusion and how it correlates with retention. You only have one chance to make a first impression. And us as frontline supervisors, many times we're the first impression that the employees have when they come to the production floor. We have people from different cultures. We have some people that may be shy. We also have people that have language barriers that we must learn how to overcome. New hires can be intimidated when they come out to the floor, and it's up to us as frontline supervisors to make that first impression. Ask them about themselves. Get to know them a little better. Ask them if they have kids. Get to know your employees a little better, and that way they will, in turn, trust you. They will follow your lead and will make a better experience for them as new hires. And these are some of the things that I will take back to my team. Thank you.
Pypar had a perfect test score. Congratulations, Pypar.
Hi, my name is Pypar Doan. I work in Small Sort Outbound. I learned so many things in FSTS, But the thing that stuck with me most, however, is learning how to listen. Not just communicate with our employees, but be an active listener and to stay open-minded to any ideas or challenges they may bring to you. To hear what they have to say in order to build a good employee relationship and to earn their respect and loyalty and not just demand it because of the title you hold. Thank you.
Jenna had a perfect test score. Congratulations, Jenna.
Hi, my name is Jenna Shields. I'm currently working in the Grade Lane Gold Outbounds. One of the many things I learned during FSTS was responsible communication. I plan on bringing that back to my area to positively impact the relationships I build with my employees and how to develop them in order to improve our work area. Thank you.
Jacob, congratulations.
Hey there, my name is Jacob Shockley, bringing up the caboose, and I run Bank 2 Low in the North Core. One of the many things that I learned at UPS, and to me the most important, was the difference between a leader and a manager, and ways that I can improve as a leader to become somebody that people want to work for.
And now with tonight's legacy is Jackson. Jackson.
Thank you, James. The legacy I will be reading is on page 37. People judge us by visual and mental impressions they get. If those impressions are to be favorable, we must have an appearance of doing a good job. Not only does this apply to physical appearance of plants, cars, and people, but it also applies to the impressions created by the work that we do and how we do it. When a store executive sees one of our cars with dented fenders or a scratched body or a car in need of paint, what kind of impression does that create? And whose fault is that? The driver's? No, it's the fault of someone higher up for failing to have an inspection system that will detect such defects immediately and have them corrected before the cars go out on the road. When our customers see on the road a car that was not washed before it went out, what kind of impression does that create? And whose fault is it? The car washers? No, it's the fault of someone higher up for failing to employ enough car washers to clean and service as many cars as are to be used each day. When a visitor, or even one of our own employees, sees a repair shop with stocks of supplies in disorder, and tools, discarded parts, and rubbish scattered around, and grease all over the place, does that create the impression of quality and efficiency? And whose fault is that? The mechanics? No, it's the fault of someone higher up for failing to insist upon tidy and clean housekeeping in every part of the plant. The way that I interpreted this legacy, the only time you can make a first impression is once. One time to show someone what type of supervisor you are. One time to let them in and see what type of team that you run. As Michael said, while he escorts new hires to show them the building, to have them meet their supervisor for the first time, how do you think the new hire feels when the supervisor acts like he has absolutely no time and doesn't treat them as if they're people? Do you think that's a good first impression? Do you think that new hire wants to work in that area? No matter how busy it gets, I want to challenge each and every single one of you to take a step back and think about how you'd want to be treated. How do you want that first interaction to go? Every time my training supervisor, RD, brings new hires out into Wing A, he always brings them by my area. Every time I address the entire group, hey, my name is Jackson Rainwater. Welcome to UPS. I am the supervisor for our area here in the Southwest Unload. I am happy to see all your smiling faces, and welcome. Our number one rule here in Wing A is your safety. We don't care how fast you unload. We don't care how many cans you can turn. We don't care how fast you load. At the end of the day, the most important thing for us is for you to leave the same way you got here. If you all ever have any questions, comments, or concerns, I'm here. Notice how I said our area. That gives the new hires a sense of ownership before they even start working. So now that I've given them ownership, it's their area too, not just mine. Now they can be prideful and excited to show up to work and give their 100% every day. Finally, the last thing I'm going to leave you with. We are the next generation of UPS. We are frontline supervisors. We are the decision makers. We are the difference makers. We are the helping hand. If we show our employees we have their back, they will have ours undoubtedly. Remember, it's our area, not just mine, not just yours. Thank you.
Jackson, before you sit down, past FSTS has ordered some swag, and while we have swag available, we do actually give out a little bit of swag to the legacy winner. So Jackson, I'd like to present you with this watch, UPS watch, on behalf of the class. Thank you very much. Thank you guys very much. I want you guys to give yourself a round of applause. Corey, thank you for sticking with us and giving us input on the OCRT team, as well as feeling our pain during graduation when something doesn't always go 100% correct. Jason, happy 21st birthday. Michael, happy 6th anniversary. And thank you guys for being such a great class. Again, hands down the best group presentations I've seen in my year and a half here at FSTS. Thank you guys very much. Graduation's over. Go have some fun, guys.